We have already studied about algorithm and flowchart. We know why we studied algorithm. We know the definition of it. We know what is the definition of or what is called or which algorithm is considered to be a good algorithm. We know the steps to write an algorithm. We know how to draw a flowchart. First of all, revise. Make you also revise. The shapes used in flowchart. Shapes used in flowchart. What are the shapes? Number one, the shape which is used in a flowchart is oval or rounded rectangle. What is it used for? Exactly. This shape is used to this shape is used to write start or stop. Yes or no? Second point, they are known as which box? Exactly. They are known as terminal box. Correct. Second shape which is used in a flowchart is the rectangle. Is the rectangle. What is it used for? Used to show the process. If you want it to be more descriptive, just write down the declaration portion and the calculation portion. Process that is declaration or calculation. Next, they are known as they are known as which box? Huh? Very good. Process box. Correct. The oval shape, what will be the oval shape? Like this or rounded rectangle like this. The process box shape will be a pure rectangle. Yes or no? Now, moving on to the topic. The third point. Third point. Which shape? Parallelogram. Parallelogram. Now, this shape is used for input and output operation. Exactly. Used to show the input and output operation. Next, they are known as, yeah, it is known as, yeah, this box is known as, exactly, as input slash output box. Yes or no? Let me draw it for you. You know about a parallelogram? It is like this. Yes or no? This is the shape of it. Yes. Next, fourth point. Another box, diamond box. Another size of the sorry shape of the box is diamond. Shape is diamond. And what it is used for? What is it used for? Used to show the decision. To show the decision. That's all. Next.
It is known as
Exactly.
decision
Box. Done. This is the shape of a decision box, or this is the shape of a decision box.
done
Shape of a
decision box.
next. Fifth point, arrows. Correct. It is used to
Used to
show the flow of.
it is used to show the flow of
A program or algorithm. This is to show the flow of the program or algorithm. Second point, it is also known as very good flow lines. And yes, it can show the rightward movement or it can show the leftward movement. It can show also downward movement and it can also show the upward movement. Now these all four arrows pointing towards other directions also are known as flow lines. Am I clear? Yes. Have you written all these things in a copy? Have you written it? Yes or no? Thank you so much. Then I'll move on with the chapter. Next, we made different programs by using the flowchart. Suppose the first question, which we have already made, we have made the algorithm also, we have made the flowchart also. What did we do? We solved all the sequential questions. We solved all the sequential questions. Sequential questions. Using what? Using first, we solved using algorithm,
next we solved using
flowchart, and then we also solved using.
Java. Means basically
We are taking things together to make you have or to have your a proper grasp of the language which you are going to learn in the next chapter. I am teaching you how to connect these chapters together. That's chapter 4 and chapter 5. Chapter 4 is algorithm and flowchart, where you learn to solve a problem by using algorithms. And
the fifth chapter is all about
applying this algorithm to the
next chapter.
just as you understand. Let me just make you clear.
You studied trigonometry.
In mathematics, yes or no? Yes or no? Or let us consider, since you are in class 8, you must have studied algebra. Have you studied algebra or not? Yes. Why did you study algebra?
Do you know?
Why did you study algebra? Whenever you are taught algebra, first you see the questions like single line questions, and then you see the word problems. Yes or no? First, simple questions are given to you in exercise 1 and 2. And after that chapter ends,
You will find some word problems.
have you seen it or not? Those word problems are basically the application of that chapter. In the chapter percent and percentage, okay, in the seventh chapter, percentage. The question number one was find the percentage of 144. And find what percent of 144 is 36.
The second question is
80 is 32% of a certain number, find the number.
third question is evaluate
16% of 150, 25% 84, and 8% of 550. When you were given these type of questions, you ask question to yourself, why am I studying? Have you asked this question
to
to
yourself.
yourself?
Yes or no?
Have you asked these questions to yourself? Yes or no? Yes. You constantly ask this question to yourself. सर पढ़ क्यों रहे हैं? जरूरी है सीखना इसको?
नहीं सीखेंगे हम, क्या हो जाएगा, मर जाएंगे।
देन आई विल से द आंसर यस। डू यू नो व्हाई? उसके बाद तुम्हारे पास सवाल है, इन ए कंसाइनमेंट ऑफ 500 आर्टिकल्स 70 आर्टिकल्स आर ब्रोकन, फाइंड द परसेंटेज ऑफ रिमेनिंग आर्टिकल्स।
नहीं समझ में आया तुम लोगों को लगता है।
आप जब क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करते हो इस तरह से, तो आप किस लिए सॉल्व कर रहे हो?
यही काम को करने के लिए।
सपोज तुम कोई बिजनेसमैन बन गए और तुमसे कोई पूछ दे कितना परसेंट तुम्हारा बिक्री हुआ इस बार, तुम क्या करोगे उस टाइम पे? अगर परसेंटेज चैप्टर नहीं आएगा तो? फर्स्ट यू आर टॉट समथिंग, you are taught a concept, and then by using that concept I ask you to solve problems. The same thing I am doing in this particular chapter. Why am I teaching you algorithm and flowchart? Because algorithm and flowchart will basically teach you how to solve a problem, and then in the fifth chapter you will start solving the problem by using Java. That's why I am focusing more on these two concepts rather than that concept.
Now,
First question which you have already made. What? Finding out the simple interest. Finding out the simple interest. What did we write in algorithm? Step 1. What? Start. Step 2. We declared three variables. Yes or no? We declared what? P, capital R and capital T. Yes or no?
now step 3.
What did we do? We took inputs in all these three variables. Yes or no? Input capital P, capital R and capital T. Step 4. What did we do? We declared another variable. Yes or no? To store simple interest. Yes or no? In step 5, what did we do? We calculated SI is equal to P into R into T by 100. Then in step 6, what did we do? We printed SI. Yes or no? In step 7, what did we do? So, yes or no?
We draw a flowchart.
Okay, what did we do? First of all, we built start. Then what did we do? By using a process box. Yes or no? By using a process box.
Declare
P comma R comma T.
then next.
We built a parallelogram to take input.
Input
P comma R comma P. Then what did we do? We again declared what? SI. We declared SI. Declare SI. Again, what did we do? We calculated SI equal to P into R into T by 100.
In the end, what did we do?
We printed yes or no? Yes or no? We printed. Print SI. And then in the end, we did this. Yes or no? We write our program. Class calculate SI without any space. Okay. After that, void input. I told you, yes, in algorithm, we learned that declaration and input are in two different lines. But we are going to study about it later in our ninth class. Right now, we are going to declare as well as take input of these variables in a single line. In a single line. Void input. We declared three variables.
double P, comma, double R, comma, double double T.
Now, again we declared another variable double SI is equal to P into R into
P by 100.
and then we printed simple the system dot out dot print SI. Now we close this bracket. Yes or no? Now we the sequential question which I put here was finding what SI. Now finding SI has these three things: the algorithm part, the flowchart, and the Java part. Now these all questions, why did I call them sequential? Because they are executed one after the other. First, declaration is done of principal return time SPRNT. We declared a variable for principal. Let us call it as capital P. Means we declared it. हमने घोषणा किया इस बात का कि हम इस प्रोग्राम में प्रिंसिपल को कैपिटल पी से डिनोट करेंगे. हम इस प्रोग्राम में रेट को कैपिटल आर से डिनोट करेंगे. हम इस प्रोग्राम में कैपिटल टाइम को कैपिटल टी से डिनोट करेंगे. मैं यह घोषणा करता हूं कि मैं सिंपल इंटरेस्ट को इस प्रोग्राम में कैपिटल एस और कैपिटल आई से डिनोट करूंगा. यस नो मीन्स बेसिकली आई एम मैं घोषणा करता हूं मीन्स आई डिक्लेयर दैट पी आर टी एंड एस आई आर द वेरिएबल्स ऑफ द प्रोग्राम एंड यस दे आर गोइंग टू फॉलो द रूल्स ऑफ variables, that is identifiers. I'll teach you later about these things, but yes, इस बात को दिमाग में रखना है कि since these are variables, you cannot use full stop in between them. You cannot use space in between them. You have to remember these points. After that, while designing a flowchart, we saw that there is a continuous flow of the program from top to bottom. Start and then we declare the variable. We then take input of the variable. We then declare SI, then we calculated SI, and then we printed SI, and then stop. In the same way, when we were learning about the programming part, what did we do? We wrote the class name. We wrote the class name as calculate SI. Then we wrote then we took input of these three variables, that is P, R, and T. Then what did we do? We declared SI, and in the same line, what did we do? We calculated also. And then after that, we used system.out.print and we printed the SI. Means we must remember that in Java, we print by using system.out.print. We declare the variables
By using this double,
but sometimes, sir, I have seen that you have used int. Yes, no issues. You use int to store integers and you use double to store decimal values.
my clear? You used
Int to store integer numbers and we use double to store decimal numbers. So we will continue since I have summarized this week's classes of about algorithm and flowchart. In the next class, I am going to start with the selection statement. See you. Stay